Hi everybody, I'm Shah from CharliesAngelTarot, and I'm going to do the video on the full moon in September, and it will be here with us earlier than usual. Apparently I've done extensive research and it is a special moon, and I will tell you why it's called the harvest moon and when you can view it in September 2021. Also, for many, the words harvest moon conjure up thoughts of flaxen-coloured wheat and cornfields, and for good reason. It's the name of the full moon that occurs closest to the autumn fall, the equinox, autumn fall, the equinox, also known as the equinox, or the beginning of the astrological fall. Why is it called the harvest moon? According to American folklore, each month has a full moon and has a unique name. These names were chosen by NASA, as one might initially expect, but rather in the indigenous, the native people of America, the tribes in North America, who marked the passing seasons by relating changes in the land to those in the sky. It's believed these full moon names were then adopted by the colonial Americans, who referred to them in various texts. The first recorded use can be traced back to 1706, while the now out-of-print Maine Farmer's Almanac is the first American's almanac created with publishing indigenous full moon names in the 1930s. Today's almanacs include the Farmer's Almanac and the Old Farmer's Almanac, still carry on the tradition. Out of all the full moons, the one closest to the start of the autumn was dubbed the harvest moon, because it aligns with the time when summer-grown crops such as corn are ready to be harvested. The harvest moon's extra moonlight. Not only does the harvest moon serve as an astrological or an astronomical reminder that it is time to harvest crops, but it is also unique moonlight actually aids farmers completing their task. While all full moons rise into the evening sky around the sunset, only the full harvest moon and the waning moon over the next few nights flood landscapes with moonlight as soon as twilight ends. In other words, the moon shines brightly in the early evening for several consecutive days this time of year, giving harvesters with extra light to glean their crop. Originally after a full moon, the moons on the nights that follow rise above 50 minutes later and later each night, yielding a period of darkness between sundown and moonrise. Why do harvest moons in particular offer extra moonlight? It has to do with the seasonal ecliptic, or the path of the moon travels across the sky as it moves around the Earth in its monthly orbit. In the North Hemisphere, the moon moves eastward along the ecliptic as it orbits Earth, traveling the equivalent of what looks like to be one fist held at the arm's length each night, in path cuts across the eastern horizon, creating an angle with the ground. This angle varies throughout the year. In spring, the moon path steeply intersects the horizon, which leads moonrise times to vary significantly from one night to the next. However, in the weeks before and after the autumn equinox, the ecliptic meets the horizon at an angle so shallow it's nearly parallel to the horizon. Because of this, the moon's position above the horizon changes, the least from day to day, rather than begin 50 to 75 minutes apart at 20 to 30 minute lag in successive moonrises exists, and Earth is simultaneously bathed in twilight and moonlight for several nights in a row. Is it bigger, brighter, or more golden? On the contrary, to popular belief, harvest moons aren't any bigger, brighter, or more honeydewed than any other full moon, at least not unless they happen on the same date as a supermoon or other extraordinary lunar phenomena. If a harvest moon does appear larger than usual or more golden to your eyes, it's likely because you are catching a glimpse of it right as it is rising into the evening sky. At moonrise, any full moon will appear larger and more creamy coloured, since this is when the moon is nearest to the Earth's horizon. When the moon sits along the horizon, it appears bigger as a result of an optical illusion. Similarly, the atmosphere is thicker nearer the horizon than it is higher up in the sky. So as the moonlight travels through more air, more blue light waves are scattered, leaving mostly red and yellow light to reach our eyes. History harvest moons may occur once a year every year, but that doesn't mean that they are all ho-hum. The following harvest moon events remain some of the most memorable in the minds of North America stargazers. For example, the 2010 harvest moon. Although it is rare, harvest moons sometimes occur on the night of the autumn equinox itself. This most recently occurred on September the 22nd in 2010. Before that, there haven't been a full moon on the first day of the fall in nearly 20 years. It won't happen again until 2029. Now, for the astrological events or side of the full moon that's happening in September, we have Mercury going back. Mercury retrograde is back. So again, be careful with mechanical, electrical and things like TVs, computers, cars, or mixers in the kitchen or machines in the kitchen. Just be careful. Change is on the cosmic horizon this month as the astrologically of September 2021 brings an end of summer season and the start of the year's final Mercury retrograde. Also, this month is the beginning of the last quarter of this year. This month's planetary dramas will affect everything from our sources to our love lives. So all zodiac signs will want to mark their calendars for the major astrological happenings in September 2021. We kick off the month with Virgo season in 2021, still in full swing, and its pragmatic energy will come to climax during the new moon in Virgo on September the 6th. Like I've already made a video on the energy of Virgo and the new moon. You can look and see them in the playlists. Virgo's ground Groundedness helps us to find clarity in our lives and gives us routines, some structure. However, we may feel some energy shake-ups mid-month thanks to the love planet Venus entering emotional Scorpio and action planet Mars entering Libra. Our love and social lives will take priority once Libra season in 2021 rolls around on September the 22nd. Note that usually the equinox comes on the 22nd and is 2 days earlier this year, which also marks the first day of autumn. During the final third of the month, Libra's airy energy will help to bring harmony and understanding to our relationships, at least until Mercury goes retrograde on September the 27th and starts throwing us off balance. Ready to dive into your September 2021 astrology overview? Then let's go. Virgo vibes and a cleansing new moon on the 6th of September. I'll just recap this little bit about the new moon and then go on to the full moon. The first weeks of this month comprises of majority of Virgo season 2021, which has us focused on organization, wellness and refining the details of our routines. Whether you are using the solar vibe to tidy up your house, clean up your diet, or cleanse yourself of toxic relationships, Virgo season is an ideal time to sweep the dust out of every corner of our lives so that you can truly sparkle. On September the 6th, we'll be blessed with an added dose of Virgo's earthly energy via the September 2021 new moon. During this lunation, the sun and moon will align in Virgo, form a trine aspect with unpredictable planet Uranus. A forward-focused and hopeful vibe that encourages us to make practical plans for an exciting future. This is an exceptionally lucky time to set personal intentions, given that it is the last new moon of the summer. Mid-month, we might see shifts with the love or sex, with the love and sex planets. Romance planet Venus and sex planet Mars, often known as love planets in astrology, are both switching signs mid-month, which will collectively shift the energy in our personal lives through the rest of September, especially when it comes to relationships, when Venus enters Scorpio. On September the 10th, love gets intensively emotional and deeply intimate. We'll be craving depth and transformation in our partnerships and won't be satisfied with surface level sentiments. This time is the time to dive beneath the surface of romance to find the truth at the heart of our desires. A few days later, on September the 14th, Mars enters Libra, which gives us a taste of airy energy that will be floating in once Libra season begins a week later. Decisive and fiery Mars doesn't exactly thrive in sweet and diplomatic Libra, so beware of being Be aware of being wishy and washy about what you want or getting passive aggressive in relationships. The plus side of this transit is that it can bring more balance to our sex lives, so it is good time to ensure there's a healthy give and take of pleasure in the bedroom. Also, a healthy give and take, share and share alike. So get the equilibrium, the balance going and keeping it. There is a dreamy full moon on September the 20th. This month's lunar climax will deliver some big emotions as September 2021 full moon, also known as this year's harvest moon, is rising in the poetic and sensitive sign of Pisces. Full moons are always heavy on feelings, but because Pisces is a water sign, we'll be feeling even more sentimental than usual, as the last major lunation of the summer. This full moon asks us to purge some of our emotional baggage we've been carrying through the season, so that's there will be more room in our hearts to process the changes that lie ahead. And also, Pisces might be more sensitive and susceptible, all the water signs really, with this Pisces energy. Libra season and the fall equinox on the 22nd of September, like I said. It is time to bring some balance in our lives using the power of the cosmic scales. On September the 22nd, the Sun is leaving down to Earth, Virgo, and entering flirty Libra's territory, marking the start of Libra season 2021. Libra zodiac energy is social, romantic, justice orientated, so it is a great time to put more effort into your partnerships and try to bring more peace and harmony into your life and the world around you. I hope you've enjoyed this reading or my definition of the energies in September, and mainly about the equinox. And now we are going on to the reading for the full moon. I've prepared the cards before I started and I meditated on them, and what has come in is the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, Libra energy, airy energy definitely, the Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Cups, which does really resonate with my definition of the energies that is happening through September leading up to the full moon and Libra. The Libra characteristics and energy video will come later. The Knight of Wands means that we might be moving home. This is the only knight that means moving home. You could be moving home. You could be moving your business as well. You could be meeting an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius if you aren't hooked up. Or there could be a prominent fire sign around you. Also, news will be delivered to you. Things will become clear. Also, because we are going into Libra energy, and Libra does stand for justice and clarity, among others. So something might become clear when you receive news. There could also be an opportunity given to you. So be focused on what is happening around you, not just in front of you. Be aware that there could be an opportunity presented to you. This could be a new passion or a new love or a new job, as the wands stand for action, creativity, strategicness, and being flexible and fast and defending. The Ace of Swords we have as well. That means victory. And also the Gemini is opposite to Sagittarius. So this could be something to do with a Gemini or a Sagittarius, as they have the same energy and the opposites. Besides the air, being the Ace of Swords means victory, like I said, but it also means communication. It also means justice, authority. So there could be news from an authority, an institution, or a governmental institution which is known as a municipality. You might be dealing with justice. You might be signing contracts for a new house. You might be seeking legal advice. You might start a new study, gaining knowledge, as the air signs also stand for wisdom. There could be new communication with an air sign or a fire sign. This being for everybody in general. We also have the Queen of Swords, which is Libra. So Libra does appear in the reading. So this will be a significant month for Libra to get clarity. Not only Libra, of course, because this is a general reading. Perhaps there could be clarity coming between an air sign or from an air sign or from a fire sign. I think it will be also positive news because we've got the card of victory and we've got the 10 of Cups, the ultimate happiness. For some, it could be a wedding, so this could be an opportunity of a proposal that will become clear to you, and it could be with any of the named zodiac signs, but it could be anybody for anybody. We also have the Ace of Swords, which means like justice or municipalities. So this could be a wedding or a wedding proposal. Something will become clear. The Queen of Swords could be an advocate, a teacher, also somebody that will cut straight through to the goal to get to the truth. It could be also a Libra, and a Gemini or an Aquarius that could be helping you. Or an Aries, Leo or a Sagittarius. The ultimate happiness will be here this month or in Libra time. Remember, Libra does go into October. So this is the end of September and 3 weeks in October, and it's lying in the 3rd position. So there could be expansion in the family. You could be moving home. This also has to do not only expansion in the family, but it could also be expanding the home. You could be you could be moving to a new home. These 2 cards means moving home. So you might, if you're not expanding, then you might be getting a new house and refurbishing it or modernizing it. That is also a little bit of the energy of Virgo, because Virgo is the home loving and organizing energy, and we are leaving that. But remember, once we are in Libra, you will have the tail of that energy from Virgo still there. Okay, now where there is 10, it also means an ending. Where there is an ending, there is a new beginning. You could find out that you're pregnant if you don't want to get pregnant, because it seems to me that the whole month is a fertile month. Then take precautions. You could also be buying a pet. That is also an extension of the family. There could be celebrations in Libra time. I hope you have enjoyed this version of the full moon and its energy, and what are the characteristics of the energy of the full moon and this little reading. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video, and if not, in the live. Take care, stay safe, and have a beautiful month. Thank you.